Welcome to Sinister Dreams. Tell me something. Have you ever had a nightmare so dark, so heavy that you felt trapped inside it? Alone. But not really alone, because you could feel something in the shadows with you, waiting, watching, ready to take you the moment you stopped screaming, if you've ever been there. You already know the kind of stories I tell, so subscribe, and let me know if these tales hit you the way they hit me. Your feedback keeps this channel alive. Now, let's begin. It's February 14th, midnight. Old New Orleans is breathing slow tonight. The spirits move and sway like they're dancing to a song only the dead can hear. A cold wind rolls in from the Gulf, sharp enough to cut through bone. A chill I can't shake. My name is BAZE, born and raised in New Orleans, 40 years old, a black man of Nigerian descent, and the inheritor of the sight and other gifts most folks pray they never have to understand. Tonight I've been summoned, a phone call from the West Bank. A family in terror, something ancient, something hungry, is clawing at the walls of their home, and it wants their 8-year-old daughter. A dark entity older than memory is trying to cross into our world, and she's the doorway it wants to use. Darkness has come, and I have to face it, or die trying. The walls tremble, not violently, but like something ancient is stretching after a long sleep. A voice rises from everywhere and nowhere at once. Deep, rotten, hungry. Who dares interfere with my awakening? The air thickens. The temperature drops. Even the shadows seem to lean in. BAZE steps forward, steady despite the pressure crushing the room. He lifts his hand. A soft white glow blooms from his palm, warm, pure, the kind of light that makes darkness recoil even if it pretends not to. His voice is calm, but it carries weight. I am BAZE. Remove yourself from this home, or I will banish you to the crossroads. For a heartbeat, the house goes silent. Then the entity laughs, not a human laugh, a layered, broken sound, like bones grinding underwater. You banish me? Before BAZE can brace himself, an invisible force slams into him. He's thrown across the little girl's room, hitting the wall hard enough to rattle the window. The girl screams, clutching her blanket, eyes wide with terror. Please, please help me. Her voice cracks, and the shadows around her begin to twist, reaching. The shadows move before BAZE can fully steady himself. They rush the girl in a single, violent sweep. BAZE tries to regain his composure, but the room is still spinning from the entity's earlier blow. The girl screams sharp, terrified, then collapses limp. For a moment, everything is still. Then her head rises, slowly, like something else is lifting it for her. Her eyes blaze with an unnatural fire, bright and hungry. She laughs loud, echoing, wrong. Her parents burst into the room, stopping cold when they see her face. The little girl smiles, too wide, too calm. Your daughter is mine. The shadows surge toward the family, ready to swallow them whole. BAZE slams his hand to the floor, chanting an old protection rite passed down through his bloodline. A soft white barrier rises around the parents, shielding them as the shadows crash against it. He stands tall now, hand glowing with ancestral power. His voice cuts through the chaos. Be still, demon. The shadows freeze mid-strike, trembling against the command. The girl's fiery eyes narrow, the entity inside her twisting her expression. You dare command me? The moment BAZE commands the demon to be still, the entire house seems to inhale. The walls shudder, not from impact, but like something inside them is stretching, testing its boundaries. The floorboards ripple underfoot, bending in ways wood should never move. A low groan rolls through the structure, deep and ancient, as if the house itself is waking up after a long, hungry sleep. The lights flicker, then they pulse, sinking with the fiery glow in the girl's eyes. The temperature drops so fast the windows fog over from the inside. Ari's possessed body tilts its head, listening, and the house listens back. The ceiling creaks, then bows downward, as though something heavy is crawling across it. The shadows trapped by BAZE's command tremble violently, trying to break free. The parents cling to each other inside the protective circle, watching in terror as the wallpaper begins to peel itself upward, curling like fingers. A voice rises from the walls, not the demon's voice, but the house's voice. A layered whisper, dozens of tones overlapping. He is mine. This place is mine. You cannot command what was promised. The floor beneath BAZE cracks in a perfect circle around him, glowing faintly. The house is choosing sides, and it's not choosing his. BAZE steadies himself, jaw tightening, power gathering in his palm again. He knows this feeling, a structure being used as a vessel. He felt it once before, in his grandmother's house during that February storm. But this time, the entity is stronger, and it's feeding on the girl. The scene opens inside a house. The walls begin to twist, the floor heaves. A violent shudder rolls through the entire structure. A powerful, rushing wind like force slams between BAZE and the family, attempting to split the room in two and separate BAZE from them. BAZE, with a sharp gesture and a whispered command, summons a shimmering block of light. This protective barrier snaps into place just before the house can completely separate them. The force slams against his shield and scatters like dust. BAZE turns to the parents, his voice booming with urgency. Run. They hesitate for only a second before bolting toward a hallway, the protective light clinging to them. Behind BAZE, the little girl, Ari, laughs a sound that is too old and too delighted. The demon, speaking through her small mouth, declares, "You have lost here. The girl is mine." Something shifts. BAZE's power surges as he speaks his true name. The entire house falls silent. Shadows recoil, and the air tightens. The little girl's fiery eyes flicker. A small, trembling voice breaks through, "Please, save me." It is Ari, fighting back. BAZE's heart clenches, but his focus sharpens. He has one incantation left, a ritual strong enough to banish a demon to the crossroads, sealing it away from the living world. He begins the crossroads banishment ritual. The demon inside Ari realizes what BAZE is about to do, and fights back with renewed ferocity. Ari, from within, tries to hold the demon still. As the ritual starts, the house begins to collapse around them. BAZE plants his feet, breath steadying as the ancient words rise in his chest. The air thickens, the kind of stillness that comes before a storm. He begins the crossroads incantation. The moment the first syllable leaves his mouth, the demon inside the girl screams, not from pain, but from fear. "Stop. Stop, or I'll harm the girl." The threat hangs in the air like a blade, but BAZE doesn't flinch. His eyes, deep, dark, and burning with ancestral fire, lock onto the entity. When he speaks, his voice carries the weight of every Baptist who came before him. "You will not." The words hit the room like a shockwave. The house itself reacts, beams groaning, walls trembling. Shadows recoiling as if struck, the demon shrieks, its hold on the girl flickering. The shadows surge toward BAZE in a desperate attack. But the moment they reach him, time stops. The shadows freeze mid-lunge. The air hangs suspended. Even the house goes silent, caught between one heartbeat and the next. Then darkness, a total consuming darkness that swallows the room whole. No sound, no movement, just the echo of BAZE's power vibrating through the void. The crossroads is opening, and the demon knows it. The crossroads opens, the darkness breaks. A cold wind tears through the void, and the ground beneath them shifts. No longer wood, no longer the house, but the dusty, endless stretch of the crossroads. The little girl collapses gently to the ground, freed as the entity is pulled toward the center. The demon materializes in a twisting shape of shadow and flame, its voice echoing, "Return me! You have no right to bring me here." The wind rises, wild, violent, circling the entity like a storm hungry for its prey. BAZE steps to one side, letting the crossroads do what it was made to do. He speaks with the authority of his bloodline. "You have been weighed." The wind tightens, measured. The demon shrieks, its form flickering. And found wanting, the crossroads roars to life, a vortex of light and shadow pulling the entity downward. BAZE raises his hand, sealing the judgment with the final decree. "You are now banished from the earthly plane." The wind surges. The demon's scream is swallowed by the crossroads. And then silence, a deep, absolute silence as the last trace is pulled away, leaving only BAZE, the unconscious girl, and the endless, quiet crossroads. BAZE kneels in the dust of the crossroads, gently lifting the little girl into his arms. Her breathing is soft, steady, her spirit finally free. He smiles down at her, voice low and reassuring. "You're safe now." The world around them ripples, and the crossroads fades like mist. The house reforms around them, quiet, still, no longer, alive with shadows. Inside, the girl's parents are waiting with open arms, fear melting into relief the moment they see her. As she wakes, tears spill down her cheeks. She looks at BAZE, really looks, and her expression says everything she can't yet speak. "Thank you." Her father steps forward, pulling BAZE into a tight, grateful embrace. "I could never repay you for what you've done." BAZE gives a small, humble smile, glad to be of help. He steps outside, the night air cool against his skin. Walking toward his car, he pauses, glancing back at the quiet house. No shadows, no whispers, just peace. He exhales, a soft, thoughtful breath, and says to himself, "Another spirit laid to rest."